Okay, the classic M&M probability problem. Let's say I have a bag with 30 M&Ms in it, and I know that this is how many of each color and type are in the bag. And we're going to randomly pull out an M&M. We'll randomly have an M&M come out of the bag. And the question is, what is the probability that that M&M that comes out, the first M&M that comes out, or one M&M that comes out, is a yellow M&M? And so what we need to do is go back to our idea of probability and ask ourselves, in order to answer this question, we need to know how many different things could occur. Well, there are actually 30 different things that could occur here. And that is always the bottom of my fraction. There are 30 different outcomes. There are 30 total different outcomes. Well, the probability I get a yellow would be how many times, or what's my chance that I get yellow here. So I'm going to come up to the chart and I'm going to say, hey, yellow. Well, guess what? There is peanut M&Ms that are yellow, and there are plain M&Ms that are yellow. So I have a total of 6 yellow M&Ms. There are 6 ways that I could get yellow. That's the top of the fraction. I have 6 ways out of 30 that I could get a yellow M&M. Probability I get yellow, 6 out of 30. Okay, again, could be reduced. The probability that I get a plain M&M. This time I'm looking for all the plain M&Ms. And all the plain M&Ms are on the right side of my list here. So plain M&Ms are all of these. These 4 are my plain M&Ms. So if I want to know the probability of drawing a plain M&M, I would have to know how many plain M&Ms are there to choose from. And there are 10, 14, 16. There are 16 plain M&Ms to choose from. And there are a total of 30 M&Ms to choose from. So the probability that I get a plain M&M is 16 total out of 30. That's my probability. Looking at the last problem on this slide, the probability that I do not get red. Make sure you remember that symbol means not red. That means I want the probability of getting anything but red, not red. Well, that would be the 3, the 5, the 4, those are non-reds. This 3, this 4, and this 6, those are the types of M&Ms that are not red. So I would need to figure out how many possible ways I could draw an M&M that is not red. There are 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 3 is 21. There are 21 ways I could draw a non-red M&M. And there are 30 ways that I could draw an M&M. So the probability that I do not get red is 21 out of 30. I'm going to jump to another slide. It has the same information on it, just 2 new questions that we're going to take a look at. And the first question says, what is the probability you get a red plain M&M? Well, that's actually very specific. I need an M&M that is red and plain, and that is just this right here, this 7. So there are 7 of those M&Ms in the bag to choose from. So my probability is 7 ways to do it. There are 30 total ways to draw an M&M out of the bag, and my answer is 7 out of 30. The last question says, what is the probability that I do not get plain? Probability I do not get plain. Well, if I don't get plain, then that must mean I get peanut. So we would be looking at these right here. These are the peanut M&Ms. So we're going to head back. We're going to say, all right, the probability I do not get plain, okay, not plain means peanut. There are 9, 10, 11, 14. There are 14 peanut M&Ms and 30 total M&Ms. So now it's just a matter of knowing which numbers to use to solve the problems in these